Hey friends, I wanted to talk about these Winnebego disc brake kits. So, here it is, January 2026. Now, we came out with the D100s and the D200s and the D300s years ago. And we've been shipping them for a long time. Now the D300s, it's one of the simplest installs that we have. There's your factory spindle right there, caliper plate, got those great big old huge super powerful 3-inch pistons, GM calipers on there. Delivers a shitload of force. Now, these D300s for the Dodge, we could always count on 1, 2 a month. D200s, like down here, 2 or 3 a month. And of course, D100s, that's our exposure. Well, it's 5 or 6 of that alone. So, if not more, sometimes it comes in phases. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about, and when we first did this, I don't know, 6, 8 years ago, whatever, we didn't even know that the Winnebegos were built basically on that D300 chassis with that big old spindle. We got informed of that. And so we started shipping these kits several years ago. Now, here it is, 26, and I will tell you that in the last year or two, it has really exploded. I had no idea that people my age and couples are restoring these, individuals, shops. I got clients that drop in full 40s and automatics. I got people dropped in 340s. I got people that have completely gutted them and restored them, all kinds of different flavors, tiki this, old school, Bob Marley, I mean, shoot. People. And what I didn't know is there's some kind of a gathering or whatever out there on social media, different parks, and people get together and stuff. But anyway, the bottom line is, it is fucking exploded. And I get these calls all the time. Now, couple little design differences. Some of them got that great big old school 6 on 7 1/4 pattern, which you can't find any tires for, wheels, those Widowmakers, nobody wants to work on them and stuff. So when you're doing the front disc brake kit, you're doing a changeover, and we're going to that standard 8 on 6 1/2, which a lot of Dodge still uses it to this day for decades and decades. Ford used it for decades and decades. Chevrolet used it all through the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. So those wheels are dirt cheap on Facebook. I mean, you can get whole sets for $200, $100, or whatever. So they're really... the 8 on 6 1/2 has to be the most prolific pattern of all time. It's just got to be. So basically, here is a D300 kit that we're getting ready to ship out here in Texas. It's going on a 1973 Winnebego. And of course, as usual, I supply everything. It's pretty simple. Calipers, caliper brackets, all the bearings, spacers, and the rotors. See, that's the key to the whole thing, is those factory, early, mid-70s Mopar rotor, factory rotor, that's been cut and modified to take the bearings for that factory spindle. So that's where, well, these are laser cut and tapped and threaded, but this is really where the work is. The work is in these rotors. Now, they kind of use some different hubs, so I want to go over this. So, on some of those buggies, if you just bolt this on, dualies or whatever, it'll be inset about 4 inches. And the way that you can correct that is, so this is a standard, like I said, this is a standard early 70s D200, like D300 rotor. That's what it is. And originally this is the studs out of it. We got to take the studs out to machine it. Originally, these came with eight studs, of course, 1/2 inch by 20. Super common back then, 1/2 inch by 20. That was the most common thread size that there was out there. Of course, now, what we've had to do on some of these dually trucks and some of these Winnebegos, which is really cool and easy to do, these are also affordable on Facebook, what have you. So the people that have those different hubs where this is inset a little bit far, or whatever, you want to use the same wheels, Dana 70 in the back, typically at Ford style, you know, dually setup. So what we do is, or you can do, is these standard Dorman 610-300 studs. Typically 9/16 by 18, used later on just about all the trucks. Dodge trucks, 9/16, Chevrolet trucks, Ford, all through the 80s, 90s, 2000s. Mopar still uses them today, all the way up till today. So they happen to be the same knurl size. They happen to be the same knurl size. So we can substitute these Dorman 610-300s for that standard like truck lug. And so once you substitute these right here, you can find these dualies. Factory calls them wheel adapters. A lot of people call them dually adapters or whatever, but they actually call them wheelhouse adapters or whatever, some of them. But so you can, and you'll find these on Facebook for, you know, $200, $300 for the pair. So once you put these, and it's designed for this factory 9/16 stud, once you put these studs in there, all of a sudden you've moved that thing out 4 inches and it fits your factory pattern, whether it be a dually truck or whether it be Winnebego. So now you have accomplished super powerful disc brake conversion. You have, if you've got that old obsolete pattern at 6 on 7 1/4, you've also changed the pattern all at the same time, so you can upgrade. You know, like I said, those wheels are obsolete. Can't find them anymore. Split rims, split rings. You know, most people won't even touch them. Won't fuck with them at all. So you've done that in one fell swoop. You've done a super powerful disc brake kit, and you've changed the pattern to a multi-year wheels and tires or whatever. Save you a bunch of money. And so that's how you get around that stumbling block. So there you go. That's how you solve that problem. And of course, you know, we can set you up and help you out. This one right here is a D300. It's going right here to Canyon Lake in Texas. We shipped out a couple last week. Like I said, it's real easy to bolt on. Not everybody, but some people do the whole thing. Down there is a front and back out of Colorado. That's a 71 Winnebego. And he's doing front and back because he wants to get new wheels and stuff, cheap wheels, and convert over. His is a 6 on 7 1/4, that bastard pattern. So anyway, there's your relevant information. You can give us a call and we'll be more than happy to help you out. These things are not as expensive as you think. And trying to redo that stuff and getting the parts for those things is basically an impossible task and way too expensive, you know. Minus the wheel adapters or whatever. You put you on a super powerful modern disc brake kit for $1,300. I mean, Jesus Christ, what more can you ask for? You with me? God bless you. God bless America. And happy trucking. Bye.